And so forgive me if I'm not doing a good job, but there's a topic here that I wanted to get out there. And I think it's pretty important because it shows a pattern of behavior, all right? And it shows the real thing that's going on, all right? So, what we're going to talk about is I'm in my car, so forgive me if I'm not always looking at the screen. I just came from the grocery store and I'm going to take the long way home. Okay, I still got a couple hours before I start work. So forgive me if I'm looking down. Forgive me if I am looking around. It's just because, I'm driving. Okay, so why are certain men so angry at the advocates of black women? Okay, what I have seen is that suppose you're a man and you are advocating for black women. You're saying, you know what, it's not what you say it is. Y'all are misrepresenting what is happening. What you are saying is not right. This is not the way that black women are. You are exaggerating. You're pointing to the worst case scenario. Most black women are, kind and lovely and hardworking and mothers and doing all the things that we are known for doing. And these men who don't really care for women who look like us will go after these men with a vengeance, okay? So much so that I have seen them disappearing, okay? They are being threatened. They are being talked so badly about that their channels have disappeared, all right? They report them every chance they get. Every time you look up, and there were probably half a dozen guys who I looked, when I first got on TikTok, and they started advocating for women right away. I got a black wife, I have black daughters, and this is not the reality of black women. And these men go after them with a vengeance. And I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. What is happening is that this is a money-making endeavor, okay? Talking bad about black women is making a lot of people rich, all right? These men who are dusty, sitting in their basements, picking their nose, talking crap about black women, these are men who are sitting up and they're trying to get more money, all right? And so, and there's two groups. There's the group that is selling this misinformation, okay? They are trying to be the new Kevin Samuels. They are trying to, get as much bank as possible off of the backs of black women, okay? So when they start talking smack, when they say, oh, she's all black women are like this, okay, those are the guys who are making money, okay? They got their podcast out there. They have all of these different things that they're doing to make money. And then there's the consumer of this information, okay? This is the guy that will pay to sit in a class. He will give money during the, if you ever go into these podcasts, maybe they're giving $50, $100. These men are giving money to the men who are talking bad, okay? So a lot of these guys, that is how they're making their money, okay? So they'll get on every single night, talk trash about black women, and then the men who are supporting them are the ones that are giving them money, all right? Talking bad about black women is making men rich, all right? So when you hear that they're going after these guys, what it is, and they will tell you this is about relationships and black women are not good. No, baby, that's not what's going on. What is going on is they are making bank off of the backs of black women, talking smack about black women, giving black women crap every day, all day long, because that it's putting money in their pocket, all right? Everybody is getting rich. And when someone comes in to advocate for us, when those men who look like us, who are our fathers, our brothers, our uncles, our cousins, they come in and they start advocating for us, they are attacking them because they are attacking these men who are making bank, attacking their way of life, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I call it pimping, okay? Because these men who are making bank off of talking bad about black women, they are making money off the backs. And we're out here existing, not bothering nobody, We go into the grocery store, we go in to get our hair done, we take care of our kids. And so we're not bothering them. We're not, we don't care what they do. That's not our problem. We got real lives, all right? So these men are like, oh, well, nobody's going to defend these women because they're at the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder. So we can say whatever we want. We can talk whatever trash we like, all right? And when someone comes in and says, the correctors come in and say, that's not true. When they come in and say, oh, no, you're full of it, all right? That's not true. The things you're saying, just, y'all are full of it. They attack these guys with such a vengeance because what is happening is, hey, if people get the truth out, the reality of who we are, then these men won't make any money, okay? What you got is a bunch of frustrated guys who probably, most of them need to be in some type of therapy. And they will tell you on their stations, these guys, oh, a girl broke my heart. So a girl broke your heart and now you hate all black women. A girl broke your heart and now you hate black women with such a vengeance that you're out here attacking black women, going into their posts, talking crap about them, giving them a hard time when you see them in the store, out on the grocery store. And that is the group of men who are consuming, manosphere, red pill, every day, all day long. Okay, so they come home at night and they eat and they sit down and they listen to manosphere. They sit and they talk about it. And the men who are in the podcast are encouraging them to attack black women. And I don't mean physically, but to go on to, they say, I don't know why these women are out here shaking their butts and they got weaves and they got wigs on and they're really not high quality women. We need to get rid of these women. That's what they say in their podcast, okay? So they are encouraging these men to go out and bother women who are not bothering anybody. If I'm sitting, on my YouTube page making videos, if I am on my TikTok, dancing or doing whatever I'm doing, they are encouraging these men to go and talk smack because we can't have these women out here enjoying themselves because these women ain't no good. And they say it over and over and over and over again. Okay, they repeat this like a mantra. Every single podcast, every single conversation is about how terrible women who look like us, black women, are. And baby, we're not bothering anybody. We're not doing anything. All we are doing is existing, okay? We are going about our business. So you'll look up and a black woman is walking down the street and these red pill men, because I saw a video, and this girl looked like a working girl, okay? She didn't look too healthy. She didn't look too good. She didn't look too happy, but she was out here doing what she do. And there was a group of men, a bunch of black men going, well, you should be ashamed of yourself. Well, okay, it's obvious she's a working girl. It's obvious, all right? But you're not trying to do anything to help her. And then they start talking all the red pill stuff. Well, don't you have more about yourself that the girl is on drugs. You could tell by the way she was walking. You could tell by the way she was presenting herself. She is a troubled young woman. But see, they don't see that, okay? Because when you consume red pill, you consume enough of it, it starts to change your view of women, particularly black women, because that is all these men who look like us are talking about, okay? They do not attack any other women but their own, all right? And so every other word out of their mouth is black women are this, black women are that, even though, and then when we have positive attributes, they turn them into negative attributes. And so what does that look like? That looks like, oh, your school doesn't mean anything, but you just said y'all all broke. You just said that. Oh, y'all all broke, but when we go get an education and take care of ourselves, oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. None of that means anything. Yeah, y'all think y'all better than us because you got an education. We have an education so we can take care of ourselves. All right. And then it's the physical. Oh, well, we don't like dark women. Okay, don't date dark women. We don't like women with fake butts, fake lashes and weave. Well, the normal answer to that is that don't date them. That's the normal answer. All right. Why are you bothering women that you say you don't want anything to do? Nobody asked your opinion. You don't like them. Why are you bothering them? Why are you coming on their posts? Why are you commenting on their videos? You don't like them. You don't really want anything to do with them, but you also don't want them to enjoy their lives, because that's all they're doing. When I get all dressed up and I got my wig on and my lashes and I'm looking cute and I do a video, here they come. Why are you bothering women that you say you don't want anything to do with? Why are you harassing women? Okay, this makes no sense. Okay, and it is the red pill men who are there. It's kind of like when you see sometimes with the in political circles when they rev up the crowd. We're gonna rev them up. We're gonna get them all excited, and they're out there cheering. We don't, blah, blah, blah. And so when they go out in the world, this is why you have so many women who are not bothering anybody showing up as casualties. Okay, I'm minding my own business in Walmart, and here they come. Well, you should want a man like me. I'm buying groceries. I'm not bothering you. Why are you following me around? And then they start spitting red pill to women in the grocery store. They're like, oh, well, you must think you're better than me. And since you got that wig on, and it's like, sir, I was in the grocery store minding my own business, buying my groceries, doing what women do on the way home from work. Why are you following me? And if you notice, they don't follow women of other races, okay? No, they follow women that look like them, because the rest of the world would call the police on them. Flat out. If they go approach an Asian woman or a white woman, baby, they would get the police called on them. That's the way that works, and they know that, all right? And, we are trying to keep them from being brutalized by the police, but here they come. Here they come, bothering women who look like them, harassing them for no reason other than they can. There was a video of a young woman. She said, all I was doing was trying to pump my gas. That's all I was doing. I'm trying to pump my gas. And she said there was a bunch of them standing by the door. She goes, I didn't even go in. I just pulled up to the pump, put my credit card in, and I'm pumping gas. And here comes a man. Well, you kind of overweight. And it's like, look, I'm not bothering nobody. I'm pumping my gas. I'm minding my own business. Why are you over here harassing? Because they've been eating red pill content. They've been eating it. They eat it like food every day, all day long. Every day, all day long. And they think it is their job to harass black women. They think that, I can't imagine that they think that they're doing black women a favor, because maybe some of them do. Okay, when you're constantly harassing women that aren't bothering you, because they wouldn't do it to anybody else. They only do it to us, all right? So here, men are out here harassing women, bothering women, giving women a hard time. And it's like, really? That's what you have time for. It defies reason that they constantly are approaching women who are minding their own business, not bothering anybody, not doing anything. You're going to bother me in the grocery store. You're going to bother me when I go buy gas. You're going to get on my post when I get on my little cute outfit and get dressed up. You got a problem with that. It's like, you don't have a life? Sir, why don't you have a life? Why are you interfering in the lives of women who are not bothering? I'm going to stop for a minute and adjust my phone. And so, okay, you're a podcaster, all right? You're making content. And all of a sudden, all right, I'm going to disappear for a second while I do an adjustment on this thing. All of a sudden, you look up and you got somebody who is trying to interrupt your income flow, okay? You got this guy who's saying, oh, they ain't so bad. Oh, they aren't so terrible. Why are you bothering them? You're geeking women up. You're telling women, okay, ladies, y'all doing a good job. Y'all getting an education. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of the children that, other people have abandoned. You're doing wonderful. And then they come after that man. They get his account banned. All right. And some of them have had 3, 4, 5 different accounts. And the men that are getting rid of them are black men. So you got black men defending black men and out here being harassed by other black men who are trying to make money. And that's why it's the money. It's not the relationship. Okay. They're not trying to build relationship. What they're doing is when other people advocate for us, it is interrupting their money. Okay. And I'm going to go back to my pimp analogy because it is so apt. Okay. You got a pimp with a girl out here and he's making money off of her. All right. And somebody comes along and says, why don't you cut her loose? Why don't you leave her alone? Why don't you? Well, we got to get rid of him because she's bringing in money. She's bringing in money. All right. And not only that, black women subsidize black men. Oh, I'm going to say that again. Black women subsidize black men. And because we subsidize black men, now that little by little we're starting to cut off the lifelines, because you get a hold of enough content that tells you stop doing that, and baby, all of a sudden a man who had a place to live, he looking to his boys because he can't get a girl to go out with him. He can't find nobody to live with because for centuries, all right, since the end of slavery, black women have subsidized black men. They have subsidized their lifestyle. We were the ones out here giving them a place to live for free, buying them stuff, letting them use our cars, all the stuff that we have now stopped doing. There's a big impact on that, all right? It's a huge impact because now they have to stand on their own 2 feet. And there's a lot of angry men out here because, what do you mean you're not going to give me no money? What do you mean I can't use your car? What do you mean I'm not going to sleep with you? What do you mean that you're not going to let me do what I have always done, which is take advantage of you, use your money, use your resources, and I can't sweet talk you into getting whatever I want out of you, okay? And that is what has been happening for centuries. And not only that, we are wising up. We are teaching the younger women to wise up, and baby, it's cutting into their income, their ability to maintain themselves, because a lot of these men have never maintained themselves. A lot of them have never gotten their own apartment. They always live with their girlfriend. They always live, because see, it takes a responsible, but to rent an apartment, you gotta be responsible, right? You gotta have steady jobs, steady income. You gotta make enough money by yourself to rent it, all right? And all of a sudden, women are not being cooperative. You date a girl and you wanna move in, and she done heard about homosexuals, and she's like, get away from me, you're not coming in my house. So a lot of the tactics that have been used in the past aren't working, and they're getting desperate. So if they see a man, a woman, anybody advocating for women, because they come after me all the time. I mean, all the time, all right? I got to cut people out of my comment sections all the time, because I will tell you, girl, don't do it. Don't do it. You're worth too much. Take care of yourself. Take all that money you was giving to him and put it in your pocket. Save your money. Take a vacation with it. So, and because I'm older, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell the women the truth. I'm going to tell the men the truth. I'm going to tell everybody the truth. All right? So you have this group of men walking around who are angry that they can't use women like they used to. You have the group of men walking around who were never good with women in the first place. They angry because, you know, the girl in 8th grade turned them down. They've been mad ever since, and now it's all black women's fault. It's like, that was one girl in 8th grade. All right? And you got the other men who are out here making money by selling the lie that black women are horrible people, and they, you know, they can't be trusted, and they're terrible women. And it's like, look, we just existing just like everybody else. We out here doing the stuff we've always done, which is take care of ourselves, take care of our families. And the biggest issue is the money line is being cut, all right? So that is why I believe that so many men who advocate for us vanish. They simply vanish, all right? You look up and they're gone. Their stations have disappeared. And, you know, God bless some of them. They put 2, 3, 4 stations up, but baby, they after them as soon as they open their mouth. Now, what some of them have done is they've just changed their content, you know. They've taken a different approach. They're still out there, still advocating for us, but in different ways. And God bless them, you know. Whatever they can do is a help. But this is what is going on. This is about money. This is about the resources that black women have. I think what it is as I move, as I drive, it's moving. It's so that it's, all right. I'm trying to keep it in one place, but the more I drive. All right, so this is about the stoppage of funds flowing from black women to black men. All right. This is about the stoppage of women not being willing to take on the burden of carrying men who swear up and down they can't stand the sight of us. And this is about the men who are selling the podcast, who are selling the lie that these women are terrible and horrible and nobody should be around them, okay? And the advocates are coming out and going, that's not what's happening. They are calling them on their BS. And I saw one, this guy is a married guy. He's got daughters, and he is calling them on their BS. And they're all in his comment section. And he says, I can't believe men are out here, putting these comments under my videos. All right. A regular father, husband is being attacked because he's saying that all this stuff is baloney. So, it is working. It is changing our community in a way that I don't think people expected. The fact that so many people are advocating for us, and I'm talking regular, everyday men, out here just having families, being regular folks, are coming in and saying, that's not true. That's not true. What you're saying is not true. These women are regular women. And they'll say, I got 3 daughters and I'm out here trying to defend them. And meanwhile, you got men coming into the comment section saying all kind of mess, talking smack about a regular guy who is just, giving the other side of the story. Right? So when you get out here and you're doing your things and you're doing your videos and you're doing your lives and whatever it is that you're doing, baby, know that you are making an impact. All right. You are making an impact. A lot of folks don't like it. A lot of folks would prefer that you stay quiet. And the people who are coming in and advocating for us, and I'm talking not only people who look like us, people from other cultures, okay? There's one guy, he has a black wife. He's on here saying, hey, you guys are full of it. And how dare you attack women? You're not very good men. We have white women coming on saying, no, this is not true. They can't believe that this is the way that we're being treated. The world is starting to see that this is ridiculous, the way that black women are being treated by black men. One woman, she says, this isn't, nobody can uphold the standard that they're putting on black women. All right. The black men don't uphold that standard, but they expect the women to. They expect perfection. And it's like, dude, you are far, 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 far from perfect, but you're out here giving black women a hard time because they're not perfect. No, sir. Go get your own house in order and leave black women alone. Stop bothering them, stop harassing them, leave them alone, stop smearing their names. And we're talking about women who are said, this is how black men approach them. Black men approach them, for dating or whatever. And the first thing out their mouth is how terrible black women are. And they're like, that's not true. I know black women, they ain't bothering nobody. They just taking care of their kids, living their lives, not bothering anyone. And here comes some dusty man trying to impress a woman by berating black women. Yeah, it makes no sense. And the world is catching on and saying, no, this is crazy and it's got to stop. So, some of these folks are, let's see, I'm trying to think. I watched a live the other night, and so I'm not one to actually go in. I'll sit and listen on the side to see what they're saying. And he is like, we are the prize. And this is what is said in Black Men podcast. We are the prize, and any woman that doesn't recognize that, she's evil. These are evil women. They need to be in their place, and they have to know that we are the prize and that they need to be supporting us. And it's like, we're not talking about men talking about their wives. We're talking about men talking about black women in general, all right? That any woman that they come across, their job is to support them and help them and give them what they need so they can be better. It's like, no, that's not how this works. She has already worked on her own life. All right, she's going to school, she's got a good job, she's got a nice apartment. You're a grown man just like she is. I don't know if that glare, is that blocking my face? Okay, she is a grown woman just like you are a grown man. And no, she does not need to help her. That is not, she does not need to help you. That is not her job, okay? Her parents raised her as a adult so that she can be independent and take care of herself. It is not and has never been a woman's job to continue raising a grown man. And I always talk about my son. No, that's not how this works, okay? I don't raise my son so that he can go around harassing women, trying to get money off of them. No, that's not how that works. I raise him to be an adult so that he can take care of himself, all right? And anything less is the parents' fault. Anything less is the parents' fault. I raise an adult, okay? I raise him to be independent. I don't raise him to stand around with his hand out to a woman asking her for help because he doesn't want to grow up. Okay, that is not what we do, all right? So these men, some of them have been taught by their elders, by older men, hey, this is how you hustle a woman. This is how you get a woman to give you money. This is how you get whatever you need from a women. Of course, they need women to have low self-esteem because women with high self-esteem, baby, they're not going to have nothing to do with this. Women with high self-esteem, they're like, you're joking, right? You want me to give you a place to stay? No, you're not staying with me. No, I'm not letting you stay with me. I don't even, no, I'm not dating you. I don't want nothing to do with you, all right? And so that's why it's so important for us ladies to make sure that we are working on ourselves continuously. We're getting our therapy done. We're spending time lavishing attention, time on ourselves, building ourselves up, because remember, there's a group of men out here who are working diligently to get your assets, all right? Because those assets are the assets that have sustained many of them for decades. It is the craziest thing ever. It is the craziest thing ever. So just know that when you see, why are they being so vicious? Why are they so vehement? This is about the money. This is about the money that's in your pocket. It's about the money that men who do podcasts generate from men who have low self-esteem, who are in their podcasts, giving them money every night. If you would sit and watch them, you would be surprised how much money these guys are making from podcasts. I was shocked. It's like, if that man took that money and used it to go to the gym instead of putting it in some guy's pocket who's telling him, yeah, you're the man, you're right. But baby, he'd be so much better off. So much better off. But that's not what they do. That's not what they do. What they do is they will go give this man $60 for talking, about how terrible black women are, to support whoever's man's vision this is. And it's like, this is craziness. This is not how this works, all right? But that is why. You look at him and you wonder, why is this still continuing after all this time? Because these men who do the podcast are fighting for money, okay? They want that, they might make, some of them make, I guarantee you, some of them make $1,000 a night. $1,000 on a podcast, okay? Just from their followers. Hear me now. Just from their followers. The men who are out here whining and crying about, oh, black women need to do this and black women need to do that. Okay, because the guy who's making the podcast, he's probably not the one that is in your inbox. It is his followers, okay? Because they don't seem to understand that, baby, you need to get a life. You think that these men are correct. You're giving them your money so that they can keep doing it, okay? Because see, if they weren't making money, they wouldn't keep doing it, all right? So you have these guys doing the podcast going, how terrible women are. They're making bank, and then the guy who listens to him, baby, he is the one that is in your inbox giving you crap every day, okay? He is the one that is always, oh, well, why are you wearing lash? Well, our women are attacking us and no other women are. That's not true. If he did any research, he would see that's not true. Because if you look on there, you'll see women, white women, they're all saying, hey, these men aren't doing nothing. Okay, we need them to be emotionally intelligent. We need them to step up their game, because using saying that I have money, so that means I can do whatever I want doesn't work, because women earn their own money. And that means that people have to grow up. They have to change. They have to be flexible and understand that money isn't going to get me what it used to get me. It used to be money would get me whatever I wanted. It used to be money would get me whatever I wanted. All right. And women are saying, no, that's not going to work because I got my own money. What else you got? All right. And if you're not a man who's able to evolve and learn, then you're stuck in a place where women are under your feet and you don't understand why they're not worshiping you. Why aren't you giving me what I want? I'm good looking. I'm smooth talking. And I saw a video of an older guy, and he was saying, well, you know, it used to be women love hustlers. And when I was growing up, that was true. Women loved hustlers because when you're poor, okay, now this is going back to my childhood. When you're poor and you don't have a lot of money, what happens is you need money. Okay, you're poor and you can't get it through the normal channels. Going and getting a job will barely keep you alive. And so everybody had hustles all over the place. But see, things have changed because, okay, let's suppose that some guy you were dating, he had a side hustle doing some illegal stuff. And that put you in a bad position. All right. And so you might end up, you know, going to jail or being, you know, stopped in the street. And women are saying, hey, if I get a better education, I'll have to deal with none of this. None of it. And if you are a man who was brought up on the hustler's mentality, and all of a sudden you're no longer king of the castle, all right? Because women are saying, oh, you know what? You do what? Oh, no, I'm not down for that. I'm not down for that. No thanks. No thanks. Oh, that's how you earn your extra money? No, I'm not having that. And men who were raised by the generation of men who say, get you a little hustle, get you a little something on the side. You know, it might not be legal, but it gives you some money and it'll make you king of the neighborhood. A lot of women who have gone to school, like, you know, out in the suburb, that they live out in the suburb somewhere where it's like, oh no, I'm never going to put up with that. Never, never. So if you got some weird little side hustle that involves something illegal, women are saying, no, we're not going to do that. No, thank you, sir. I'm not going to date you. Don't come to my house. Lose my number. All right. So men who used to be king of the castle because they had that little something on the side that they were making are no longer king of the castle. All right. And they are not flexible enough to be able to say, oh, I got to get a new hustle. My uncle told me this was how I get women. Well, he was wrong. In Uncle's day, that might have been true, but now, today, no, none of that is true. We don't want nothing to do with that, all right? We earn our living legally. We bought our house legally. We own our cars legally. We are not about to put up with men who are doing illegal things. So the hustler mentality has died out, all right? And so the guys who are still doing that, they mad. Wait, what you mean? You know, I made bank. How you do it? You know, I'm a businessman. Like, what kind of business do you have that you're not going to tell me about? Yeah, we that's not of interest to women today. So the hierarchy has changed, all right? Because once we got prosperous and are able to take care of ourselves, we're like, oh no, we that's never going to happen, all right? We're not going to put up with Mr. Side hustle. Now, I'm so sorry. I've been driving. I decided to stop for a minute. Look at some of your questions. Are these guys being threatened on TikTok? Absolutely, they're being threatened. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I cannot say that more clearly. That these men are being threatened on TikTok. Okay. I watched a video where a guy was like, "Hey, I know where you live," because if you are using your home internet, your IP address can be tracked. Yeah. All right. So, absolutely, they are being threatened on TikTok. All right. They're being threatened in the comments. They're being threatened during their lives because they are just trying to get the word out, and they are being, their homes are being threatened. Their families are being threatened. And this is about money. The threats are about, hey, we don't want you talking about how good women are or encouraging to get better men, because the fact of the matter is, this is how we make our living. It has become a thug mentality. The way they attack us, thug mentality, all right? And you got to remember that when you're looking at them, I'm like, Because see, for me, I got a threat. Now, I don't typically get a lot of threats, but I got a threat. And I'm trying to think, I don't even think I might have published it and took it down. But I got a threat, and I'm like, baby, you don't know. I'm an old woman, and I don't mind going to prison. I am an old woman, so don't try me. All right, don't try me because, yeah, I'm gonna protect what's mine, and you're not gonna come up in my house and do nothing. All right, so don't think it's not to that level, because it is. All right, so they're taking down their stations. They are physically threatening them because they're talking about their address. I know your name, and they'll say their name. One guy, he has a name on TikTok, but the guy said his name. And I forget the name, but he said his whole what do they call it? His legal name. And the guy, he was like, how did he know that? See, that's the level that these men are going to. All right. And that's why I say it's not about relationships. It's about money, because a man will go to any lengths to get you to stop cutting off his money. And they always say, well, we can get women, so that's not a big deal. But see, money's a different thing. You can change your IP address. Google it. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I might try that, because I was going to get what is the thing that you get where you can change your IP? I forget what I saw, but I was like, oh, maybe I need to do that, because this is only my second live, but I have a lot of thoughts, and I want to do more lives. It's a lot longer. This is up to 36 minutes, and my videos don't necessarily cover all of that, and you can cover more, I think, in a live than you can just doing a video. All right, because the live comes out of me, goes into you, and as long as I'm not saying anything bad, you guys are going to get my message clear. So yes, they are physically threatening these men, threatening their families for speaking up about how Black women are not as being perceived in these podcasts. VPN. Thank you. That's exactly it. I was thinking about getting VPN so that I could look like I'm somewhere else. All right, because as I talk about all the time, I live alone, and me and my little house, we so happy. But I want to continue to talk about what I'm seeing, because as far as I'm concerned, the mess that's going on, a lot of times it just takes kind of a historical view, because I've lived a long time, and I've watched people through the decades, and it's like, okay, this is what I see. I see like this what's going on with them attacking men who are speaking up. Yeah, see, that's about money. That's not about relationship. That's about money. All right, because a man will attack and continue to attack because you're attacking what he perceives as his income source. So that was the big message for today, is that this is not about because they'll say all of a sudden now men are interested in love. Oh, what about love? What about love? No. Podcasts don't talk about love. They never talk about love, because love is not the point. Love has nothing to do with what they are doing to women. Okay, it's about the hustle. It's about, I'm gonna get her to give it up one way or the other. If I have to force it, I will. That's why, and the switch up game has been what I've seen lately, and that's what I call it, the switch up game. I'm gonna ask you out for dinner, and we're gonna have a nice time, but I need you to come by my house real quick, and maybe we'll have a before dinner drink. The switch up. Oh, so we were gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this now, and now you want me to come to your house. The answer is no. If he says, I want to take you out, and that doesn't happen, baby, but that's being taught in podcasts, the switch up game. Yeah, just invite her, make it seem real nice. Talk to her or whatever, and get that rapport going. Oh, these men aren't coming up with that on their own. All right. They are being taught that in podcasts. I need to do some more podcast work, because I've been watching and I've been taking a lot of notes. I just haven't, done any more videos. But the series that I did was so eye-opening, because I was like, I could see it happening. I just had no idea that they were teaching each other how to misuse and abuse women. They're teaching each other. That's why it's so prevalent. That's why it is so bad. Okay. Let's see, did I miss any more? I don't think so. All right. Anybody got any questions? It's about time for me to sign off. I'm right at 40 minutes. I thank you all for joining me. I don't know if I'm going to publish this, because I might have to go back and edit it. because I don't know. I just talk. So, but continue to send me anything that you have that you want me to talk about. I thought this was so important because I could do a video on it, but it's a big topic. Okay, people who are advocating for us are being attacked, and it is because of the amount of money that is not only flowing from black women that we have stopped giving to black men, but also the amount of money that podcasters are losing. Because let's think about it for a second. This stuff doesn't work. All right, the stuff that they're teaching these men, it doesn't work. Okay, because women talk to each other, and we do videos about stuff now, telling each other what's happening. So you got something that you're telling these men to go out and do, and they're doing it, and it doesn't work. And you can see that when I watch the podcast, because they say things like, I've been dating this girl for 6 months and she ain't gave it up. What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, see, he's trying to run the game that the podcaster taught him, and the woman is not cooperating. She's saying, no, you gotta wait 6 months. Or maybe she's saying after 6 months, I don't trust you. I'm not doing nothing with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. Or whatever is happening, it's not working. Because sometimes what they'll do is they'll go over like what the people who they are teaching or the men who they are talking to, they will go over what they are saying or what kind of questions they have. And the men are frustrated. A lot of men are frustrated because it's not working. I tried doing this and she won't give me the time of day. Or I did this and that's not working. I think what are some of the ones that I saw recently that weren't working? Oh, okay. So the switch up game. Now the switch up game is, well, I'll tell you what I saw. Okay. The switch up game is invite her out. Okay. So he's got your phone number. You two are talking. You're talking. And cancel the first date. He said that in a podcast. Cancel the first date. Tell her, I had to work. I had to do whatever. Cancel the first date. Okay. So you've set up a second date. Okay, we're going to do this. And okay, so you're coating stuff with sugar. You're building her up. You're love bombing her. I'm so sorry, and, give her all of this stuff that makes, her want to see you. All right. And then say, oh, babe, now, instead of being just, on a more superficial level, because you two haven't met yet, or maybe you met, but you haven't gone out yet. Go, I got some things going on. Can you just drop by here? And then, we'll go out to dinner. There was a podcast. He said it just like that. Drop by here and we'll just get, a couple drinks while I'm waiting on this phone call or something like that. And it's like, you have got to be joking. And are women falling for it? And one guy said, no, I tried and she wouldn't come. She wouldn't come to my house. All right. So I'm like, women, don't ever go to his house. You don't know this man. I don't care how long you've talked to him. You don't know him. And you can say anything over the phone and it has nothing to do with reality. This man could be wanted by the FBI as far as you're concerned. You've never even met him in person. So, what's the question? Very true. Thank you, sweetie. Serenely ascending. I appreciate you. Very true. Thank you. They always teach each other. Women have to stay reporting the channels to the FBI, and women complete C3 online for FBI to start investigating to get them off YouTube. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank you, sweetheart. What is it? Simply Stephanie too. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate you. Do whatever you have to do. Okay. If they are threatening you, if they are giving you a hard time, online, in person, yeah. Because when I see stuff, I report stuff all the time. I know they're supposed to be sick of me because I'd be like reporting on, especially on TikTok. TikTok, there's a lot of mess going on over there. So I report stuff all the time. All right. So we are at 44 minutes. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you so much. I got to go home, put my groceries away, and get ready to go to work. Love you all, and thank you for listening to me. I appreciate you all.